Hey, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Scott, and this is my review of Kibo Eclipse. It's a new program that has come out by Aiden Booth and Steve Clayton. Was the pre-launch was actually started yesterday, today being the 20th of January. So yesterday, the 19th of January, 2022. So the actual opening for the marketplace, the webinars, and where you can find out the most information is on the 25th of January, and it'll close out somewhere around the first week of February, first couple of days in there. So happy birthday to me. That's when it will be closing. So have they done it again, or is it just a new pretty package? Well, it is a new pretty package, but I have to admit, I was introduced to these guys a couple of years ago, well, probably 5 years ago or so at this point. And at the time, I was working for a Fortune 1500 company, I believe it was. And I was a major account executive. So I was going in and out of businesses and doing needs assessments and doing the sales thing. And I was very good at it. But at that time, I got promoted to a major account executive, which meant I got to go into places with 1,500 employees or more and be able to do what I did for small and medium-sized businesses prior to that. And I tell you this only because when I got that promotion, it was when I was about to invest in the Kibo code. It was their first iteration of Kibo. And at that time, I was all in, and I was just looking for a way out of corporate America to spend more time with my new wife and the kids. And quite frankly, I had a little one on the way, and a little one that was just born at that time. So with that being said, I wanted to spend more time at home. Well, and got my wish. It came in the form of a pandemic. I got sent home. It's very difficult to do an on-the-road sales job when you're sitting behind a computer trying to read body language on a webinar. It just doesn't, or a web meeting or video meeting, whatever you want to call it. So what I did was I put together this little sales page just to give you an idea and an overview of what I'm doing. You can find that on kiboeclipse.groovyguy.com. Groovy Guy with an EY. Groovy Guy is my website for my blogs. And so I put together affiliate reviews. I have links to my other businesses. But most importantly, I find random stuff that I find intriguing and I talk about it. So that's a little bit of probably therapy for myself more than anything else. But I believe that it'll help some people. And the more people we can help together, the better off this world's going to be, because this country, for example, has become so divided, and there's absolutely no reason for it. When we can all prosper and just be happy chasing the dreams that we have and not enforcing our needs and wants on someone else, when we can actually accomplish them ourselves. So let's get started. The course name, Kibo Eclipse, fantastic guys that put it together, Steve Clayton and Aiden Booth. I'll tell you a little bit more about them in a few minutes. It's a premium e-commerce dropshipping course that lasts for about 8 weeks. The price is $3,497. And with that price, most people go, whoa, I'm paying for what? And in this case, you're paying for a whole lot more than you would usually get in a high ticket offer like this. So I'll go through what you're getting for that price. The value far exceeds anything I can actually say, and I'm probably considering buying into it right now myself, just because of what their social proof alone has told us. So I highly recommend it based on the research I've done and everything I've read so far. So Aiden Booth is a farm kid from New Zealand. He moved to, he met his wife actually in Lake Tahoe, I believe it was, on vacation, and then moved to Argentina to be near her because that's where she was from. And once he got there, he was on a tourist visa, so he couldn't speak Spanish. So between those two things, nobody was going to hire him. So he started looking for ways to make money online. So he did a few things, made a couple of websites, did okay, fed himself a bit, yeah, basically got to promote like Tango everything, I think it was. So nonetheless, he had some missteps. He learned from them and he grew from there. So that was about 2006. So his business actually crashed in 2010 because of something Google did to all their marketers. They literally wiped the slate clean and changed all the rules. So once that happened, everybody had to figure out what to do from there. In Aiden's case, he actually could rely on Yahoo and Bing and some of the other things. I think it was Bing, but I'm not sure back then, um, to do his marketing. And he wasn't solely dependent upon Google or traffic from Google. So later on, about 2013, he partnered with Steve Clayton and they built an amazing business comprised of 6 pillars. Now, those 6 pillars are e-commerce. So this is what Kibo Eclipse really is. It's completely e-commerce and their domination of that type of market. It's also, their business also does online marketing training, which is what Kibo Eclipse is. Small business marketing, they help small businesses get their marketing together and out. They do physical products. Now, physical products is probably one of the hardest businesses to do, especially in today's age. And when I say physical products, I mean products you put into stores. So these guys have built brands that go into stores like Walmart, Walgreens, Target, and so on and so forth. Now, to make those kind of transitions into those large things, I used to work for a manufacturer and do giftware actually, and getting into a place like Walmart back then, that was, 20 years ago, but Walmart back then, it was like huge. And just getting products in there and seeing the faith that people put in those products, yeah, they're doing something right. They do 2 other things: domain hosting. Domain hosting is more of a private thing, even though they have thousands of customers for it. And with the domain hosting, it's more for servicing their own stuff, like developing domains for Kibo Eclipse. They also have software as a service as their 6th pillar. Now let's talk about Steve, a former CFO of Fortune 500 company. Amazing, amazing resume. This guy's from the Midwest, I believe Chicago area, and he just has that numbers mind of a CFO. But with that, because of his C-level persona, that actually entails strategic corporate planning. So he's thinking about things years in advance that most of us are. In reference to his business. I'm not talking about our personal goals or anything like that, but it's just the way he's wired. And that's only proven by being a CFO, especially for a Fortune 500 company. So with that, there were some other Kibo programs, like I had alluded to. I think there was the Kibo Code was the original one, and then Kibo Quantum. And I don't know much about that other than it had to have some adaptations because of the beginning of the pandemic. And when I say adaptations, with all the shipping interruptions, and like right now, we still have, I believe we have freighters off the West Coast that are being unloaded like at maybe a tenth of the rate that they used to be unloaded. So there's shortages of all sorts of things in this country right now. Now, they have all kinds of, this is different for a variety of reasons, but they have tons of social proof. They have people that have been working on this for some time, all through 2021, I believe. And so the success stories and the social proof are there. So you just have to pay attention a little bit. And if other people can do it, you can do it. That's the bottom line. Nobody ever guarantees your success because they don't know how hard you're going to work. And, if you like this, great. All I'm doing is trying to provide you with some information that's valuable to you. If you like this program, buy it. If you don't like this program, don't buy it. But if you decide to buy it based on something that I have said or helped you understand about it, I would really appreciate it if you buy it through my link. And that's because affiliate marketing actually feeds my family. So with that, the biggest difference is that it was a massive breakthrough. It's a brand new marketplace, an insane targeted traffic source. untapped by those of us that make our money online. So this is what really caught my attention, just so that you know, and this is the reason that I'm actually recommending it, because I won't recommend something that I wouldn't think of putting my money into. I won't do it. I mean, I'm a Groove affiliate because I love the Groove.cm platform. It's absolutely amazing. But I put this together yesterday in a couple of hours just so that people could see what was going through my mind. Here's what you're going to learn when you're on, when you're in the training. They're going to set up a store for you. You identify product winners. You pick your profit path, which actually means you reach your initial milestone, which is $1,000 per week in profit, and you take advantage of instant buyer traffic sources, which I'm not 100% sure what that one means, but I can only imagine. So the next step is accelerating your sales. And it's optimizing your processes, increasing your conversions, your sales, and your profits at the same time. Once you optimize your processes, it literally makes all those other things fall in line. And then you just rinse and repeat with new goals being set up, and which is basically just do what you're doing and do it again. And you keep going and going, and you find the winners, and you take out the losers. So if you're still on the fence, here's a bit more of information. They have this book out, it's free, and it goes through their entire system. It doesn't give you the software or anything else, but it goes through their system. And it basically says in 3 steps, activate your profitable products, generate free traffic and sales, and then scale up by multiplying marketplaces, which means you just do the same thing in other places. So once you find a winner, that's not hard to do. And just giving more people to shop, or more places for people to shop from, which makes complete sense, right? So if I had my way about it, I'd love to own a Walmart, a Target, and a Walgreens, and I don't know, here there's a grocery store called Price Chopper. They do really well. Or Wegmans, which is probably one of the best grocery stores in the country. So anyway, so this book, you can get that here. If you go to this, again, it's kiboeclipse.groovyguy.com. You can see it at the top of the screen. But as we go down through it, let's see what's included. Okay, this is where the true value comes in. And this is why I wanted to do the video part of it. It makes more sense this way. So the Incubator, Kibo Incubator, is the 8-week course. It's the core training program that teaches you how to build your new e-commerce business. So then you get module 2, the Kibo Jumpstart. It's live weekly trainings with Aiden and Steve and their in-house e-commerce expert. So you learn from people that have done what you're going to be doing. And who better to learn from than people that have been successful at what you want to do? I can't think of anyone. So, that was kind of a rhetorical question. Kibo HQ, it's your hub where you build, manage, and scale your business. I don't really know how to say, but it's basically like $1,000 a month worth of apps. So if you, as an online marketer, there are services that cost a fortune, which is one of the reasons that led me to Groove. I was paying for a whole bunch of stuff and not making a whole bunch of money in the beginning. So it made more sense to get on something that wasn't costing me a fortune and reduce my overhead. Module 4, Kibo Oracle. This is where you go and you find it gives you access to all of these products, like millions of products. So you can find the ones that are the most profitable opportunities for you. They might fit a niche that you're interested in, or whatever the case may be. So they're going to show you how to pick how you're marketing, who you're marketing to, and why. So basically, they're going to help you pick a niche, or help yourself pick a niche, help you identify your avatar, the person you want to market to, and teach you how to sell the stuff and convert your sales faster and better. So now there are bonuses included with almost all of these types of programs. Did I get all those? Yeah, I guess I did. with all these types of programs. We have Kibo Achievements. Now, this is like a badge program, and this is for motivation purposes. And it may not seem like much, but motivation is one of those things that we all need in our lives, because if you're not motivated to do something, or for some reason you can't stay motivated because of your why, the reason that you're looking to do this type of business, then, sometimes we have to reach out and get a helping hand, but this is already built in. And to me, that's just an amazing thing from a behavioral science aspect. Kibo Achievements, this is Kibo 2022. It's a virtual event. You get to go see, or not really go anymore, but you get to see all the people. You get to like kind of rub elbows with some of the people that have made this business work. This used to be a live event, not just a live virtual event. So, but yeah, an all access pass to that, it's probably cost hundreds of dollars just for the pass in the past, or a pass in the past. Yes. So, but this in my head is an old sales thing, but wait, there's more. And it reminds me of those infomercials. And it makes me snicker every time I put it down somewhere. So you'll probably see it every single time I do something like this. As corny as it sounds, it's just kind of funny. So bonus one, social selling secrets, how to get massive traffic with places like Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok. Places that traffic, it really isn't discussed as much, other than ads. There are ways to get free traffic from these sources. And this is one of those things that will help you get there. I made a mistake. So bonus two, the full recordings of live events with Kibo live events. So you get you have guest speakers and inner circle secrets that are coming out all the time. So it's a huge benefit. And you listen to that in your car as you're going back and forth to the gym if you want, just to give you some more insight and keep you focused to what you're going for. So the last one, bonus three, is the secret mastermind. This is where you're getting into tactics and formula strategies to make your business better, something on top of everything else that you're already learning. So there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So there really isn't a risk. 30 days, they don't ask you any questions if you want to give it back. They're very, very accommodating, because they're not going to lose their millions and millions of dollars of business or the reputation, which is priceless, over $3,500. They're just not going to. And quite frankly, if somebody kept putting in like disputes with like PayPal, it becomes very bad for your business reputation as an online marketer. So we keep those things very close to the vest. But you get quite a bit here. So guys, just go down and get the ebook. And if you use my link, one of the things I've been able to do is Paul Murphy, he's an outstanding video marketer, and he has taught me a bunch of things about YouTube and videos and posting videos and how to make them work for you and help generate some free traffic. One of the things that he's doing is he's allowed me to give you guys his 24-hour ranking system at no cost to you. And what will happen is that you'll be able to, once you buy Kibo Eclipse, I'll need the email address that you bought it with, so I can validate with Kibo and send that information to you guys. So you can log in and create an account and have access to this course. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to me. If there's any questions or anything, please put them in the comments or reach out to me at guy@groovyguy.com. And I will definitely answer everything that I can. And if I can't answer it, I will find somebody that can, or steer you in the direction of somebody that can. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you for listening. Appreciate it.